Right, moving into Impact then. It's Impact time. Time for an Impact. Right, so Impact tonight. We've got... oh, we found this out this week, didn't we? So CURT Hawkins is also joining Impact, and he'll be facing Heath Slater in this show. We've got the Hardy Boys versus Bad Influence in our Tag Team Championship tournament. Manic versus TJP versus Chris Sabin. We have got the Rascals versus the Bucks in a Tag Team Championship match. Bobby Roode goes one-on-one against Austin Aries. We've got a triple threat between James Storm, Karrion Kross, and Drew McIntyre. And then our main event is going to be Trouble EC3 versus the world-class maniac, Eric Young. I can try New Generation. What's the issue? Is it dodgy sound again? Because that is a possibility. Is that another notification because we started the stream again? It is indeed. We're streaming again. It's not gone very smoothly tonight, has it really? Right, there it is. The old didgeridoo's going off. Pyro, that's the word I'm looking for. The old pyro going off. You know, the weird thing is, I've not really thought about it the whole time. Like, I've been watching all the football and that in the UK, and I've still not thought about it. But it's only been recently that I've really realised how much I'm missing a crowd at a wrestling show. Just that reaction by the crowd to certain things happening. I really have missed it recently. So let's speed some of these matches up just to make things a bit smoother this evening. And there we go. Let's click on. Okay, what era are you working with New Generation? Are you current day or? So we're going to go with a very basic match to start things off. Two newer names on the Impact roster. Heath Slater, current Hawkins. CURT Hawkins. Sorry, I read your message at the same time as saying CURT Hawkins' name. Okay. Well, baby. Oh, that'd be great, yeah. Heath Slater, baby. Is Heath Slater going to be Impact's knockoff? I don't even know where they see Heath Slater, really. I like the way that Impact have basically just copied these WWE gimmick of when he wasn't drafted. I don't know. I suppose New Generation, I'll probably go AJ Styles, Samoa Joe, Nakamura, Aleister Black. Those sort of stronger ones, to be honest. But you probably want to balance your two rosters out, probably, don't you, I suppose? I don't even know where Impact really see either of these two guys, to be honest. Yeah, I saw that. Well, I didn't see it, but I saw it on the internet that it happened. Yeah, I think they had WWE had that big run-in, didn't they, with the virus, and they ended up having to... Well, they really struggled to put a show together, and I think they ended up having to bring Heath back, because the way that it works... I don't want to get too business for you, really, here, but... because he was given his notice, effectively, that's what the non-compete clause is, effectively. It's a 3 months notice. Because he was given his notice, that's why he can't work anywhere else until the 3 months are done, because technically he still works for WWE. So effectively, because he was working his 3 months notice, they can bring him back to work whenever they so wish, which is a real thing in real business as well. Like if my company said, right, we're getting rid of you in 4 weeks, you can either work the 4 weeks or you can go home for the 4 weeks. If they needed me, they could bring me in at any point in time because I'm still their employee. So that's basically why they were able to do that. I don't want to get too business on you, but... Depends who you got ideas for as well, New Generation. Like, if you've got some plans for certain people that go on that roster. I suppose, well, if you're doing WWE, then Raw is always, no matter what they say, Raw will always be their flagship show. Doesn't matter what the quality is, that will always be the one that Vince tries to push the most. So if you want to be the main man, I'd go Raw. If you wanted to get one over on Vince and be SmackDown and try and make SmackDown the better show out of the two. Slammiversary. There should be one there, yeah. I mean, you could do it yourself, to be honest, New Generation. You can go into the editor before you start a game and you can add those few people across into the Impact roster if you wanted just to mess around with it for now. It's pretty easy. I used to do it a lot. It's pretty easy to do. Yeah, I was thinking that, Jay. They could do with something in the mid-card, couldn't they, really? I suppose, technically, Jay, they could use the TNA Championship, but the problem is that's effectively it's a World Championship, isn't it? They need something there, I think, though. Yeah, I'm hoping that's what they do this year, I think. Well, not this year, obviously next year, is they make the Universe mode a lot more custom. You right, Cleo? You okay, darling? Yeah? She's happy. She's happy. This match has gone longer than I thought, to be honest. I thought this would be a bit of a quick one. Well, that's the thing. They used to have a TV championship, didn't they, for a while? When Aces and Eights were a thing, didn't they? I don't think they can get rid of Universe. I think, Jamie, I saw a poll they did on Reddit not long ago. It was actually 2K that did the poll. And it was, what do you want in the next game? And I think, like, something like 64% of the votes were a GM mode or Universe mode improvements. Pin here by Curt Hawkins. It's a big win for Curt against Heath Slater. It's a big win. Okay, I've messed that up. So Curt Hawkins or Brian Myers gets the win over. Is he just called Heath now? I think so. Where is it? Impact. So current season, it's a win for Hawkins. And Curt Hawkins gets himself his first ranking point here in Impact Wrestling. And Heath Slater is on the losing side for the second week in a row. At least Heath's in the right place. Yeah, I know he is. He's Heath Miller on Twitter, Jay. But when I saw Slammiversary, I've not watched Impact to be honest. But when I saw Slammiversary, they only referred to him as Heath, and he only referred to himself as Heath. He didn't mention his surname at all. So I wasn't sure whether they were just going to go with Heath, to be honest. Which I hope they don't, because it's a bit of a, I don't know, it's a bit of a mouthful for one name. So the first of our two Tag Team Championship Tournament matches tonight, we're going to have Bad Influence, Christopher Daniels and Frankie Kazarian, going up against the Hardys in Matt and Jeff. This should be an interesting one then. Two tag team qualifiers tonight. We've already had two in the previous show. We had LAX defeat the North, and we had the Good Brothers defeating Rhino and Heath, which means that LAX versus the Good Brothers will be in a match on our next show, as well as the winners of tonight's two matches, Bad Influence and the Hardys versus the Rascals and the Bucks. And then the winners of those two matches on the next episode will be moving on to fight for the Tag Team Championships at our pay-per-view of Impact, our finale episode of Impact. New Generation, I mean, if you wanted to go... I mean, I don't think this is going to happen in real life, but if AEW do decide to keep Eddie Kingston, which is a possibility... Bearing in mind they've already got Santana and Ortiz. If they do sign up Eddie Kingston as well, It looks like they've already signed Diamante and they've already signed Ivelisse by the looks of it. So you can have a pretty good LAX stable going on. If you had Santana or Ortiz maybe leave the Inner Circle, you could have a pretty interesting stable going on there. Maybe see if we can get Homicide as well. Big uppercut. Chop across the chest as well. Jeff Hardy with the strikes. Maybe it creates some new bouts, new generation. Maybe a Cruiserweight Championship's a good shout. Or a 6-man tag championship would be good. I think because Homicide was one of the main members of LAX. It was one of the main, the founding members really, alongside Hernandez in Impact. Santana and Ortiz were like the newer version. At the moment, Eddie Kingston and Homicide are a tag team, I believe, in NWA. Oh, yeah, it does, doesn't it? I didn't even notice that. Yeah, Conan would be good as a manager, or even Vampiro, I'd be good a shout. Yeah, if I was doing AEW, I think I would bring in at least one new belt. I think I'd bring in the Cruiserweight belt. Like I said, potentially a 6-man championship belt as well would be interesting. Obviously, you need to strengthen the women's division. And focus on tag. If you want to go realistic, focus on the tag teams, I suppose. Maybe try and get some strong tag teams signed up. The Briscoe brothers. Maybe you might be able to steal some teams from Impact. We'll have to do a bit of Extreme Warfare Revenge at some point. I don't know how streamable it is. That's the only problem. We'll have to have a look. Is there a new game out for TEW, is there? Oh, low-key might have been in the very early iteration of it, maybe. I always remember when I was watching Impact, it was always Hernandez and Homicide. Was when I was watching it mainly. And then as time went on, it sort of changed here and there. I say you've got the basis of an LAX already. I think Eddie Kingston in Impact, wasn't he just the voice of LAX? Sorry, I've just had another phone call. I'm waiting for a second. I was surprised that Diamante win last night. I thought Ivelisse might get it. But they're really pushing Diamante. I'm hoping they keep Ivelisse, because that would be a real waste if they didn't. I thought Ivelisse went in NXT, to be honest, but evidently not. I saw as well, Jay. Oh god. Yeah. I didn't realise there was a TEW 2020. I'll have to have a look at that. Yeah. What was I going to say? I forgot what I was going to say now. Yeah, they should sign her up. Yeah, Jay. I thought you said the other week. Didn't you say that Nicole Savoy had signed for NXT? Did I misread that at some point? I thought you said that Nicole Savoy, Mercedes Martinez and Shayna Baszler were going to be a stable. Have I got that wrong, or did you say that? I can't remember now. That's back elbow by Jeff. Into the twist of fate. Daniel's taken down Matt as well. Oof. Yeah, I'm not sure if she is, Jay, to be honest, because I saw that, you know, I don't know how much you keep up with AEW if you watch more of the NXT, but last week or the week before, I think it was, Shida put out sort of a very vague open challenge for the Women's Championship. And so far, there's been 2 big names that have responded. One of them is Thunder Rosa from NWA, and the other one's been Nicole Savoy. She's directly responded to the tweet to AEW, and you never know, there might be an opportunity for her there as well. I mean, I don't know if they would. There's the win for the Hardys. I don't know if they would go for Nicole Savoy. If it's true that Vince is not happy with the MMA style of Shayna, it seems a bit odd if they're going to go and sign another MMA style female, doesn't it, really? But the Hardys get the win. Bad influence with the loss. Which means that Jeff Hardy and Matt Hardy with the win. Chris Daniels and old Funtime Frankie with the loss. There we go. There we go. That should be. I think a lot of the NWA people are looking for work at the moment, because if NWA aren't starting back up, I don't think they plan starting back up until October either. So those NWA people are probably looking for a bit of money here and there. I think that Zeki Dice has left as well, hasn't he? Ricky Starks has obviously left. I won't be surprised if we get a few more. Yeah, it would be a great idea, Jay, to be honest. That stable sounds fantastic, but didn't Mercedes Martinez join up with Robbie E last night anyway? And I think Shayna's staying on Raw now, isn't she? So, don't look like it's going to happen at the moment, does it? Yeah, no one. I don't think anyone's ever competed against WWE since WCW. I mean, AEW's not competing with WWE at this point in time. They're competing with their lowest show. By the way, before anyone mentions it, I'm quite aware that TJ Perkins is manic. I'm quite aware of that before anyone mentions it. But I'm classing them as different characters at the moment just because, you know, I can. Let's just pretend it's somebody else. Christopher Daniels played Suicide for a while. Let's do that. Not Suicide, Manic. Yeah, I'm quite enjoying AEW, to be honest. It's just a bit different, isn't it? I beat you to it. Oh, is it Caleb Connolly now, is it? I know they've started using TJ Perkins as a... he's in a tag team with Fallah Bahh, isn't he? Is that right? Which is a really random tag team. Really random. We'll use it at some point. Oh, while I remember, let's follow what you guys were talking about in Discord earlier. Let's add... I'll tell you what, we could actually add it as Beatdown. That's probably a decent name for the tag team. And let's have Moose and Bobby Lashley as a tag team then. Bobby... Lashley, and Moose. I wasn't sure whether... let's do it. Let's put beer money in. I weren't sure whether to do them or not to keep them both as singles, but we might as well have the opportunity to use them because they are a cracking tag team. Bobby Roode, James, or James Storm. There we go. I've added those both into the rankings then. Yeah, TJ and Fallah Bahh is a weird tag team. Very weird tag team. But I'll tell you what, I'll book then, because we've got no tag team matches set at the moment for Season 3, Episode 4. So, let me book in Beatdown versus... You know what? Let's do Falabar and TJP. Why not? Let's give them an opportunity to see what they can do. I mean, what they can do is probably going to be terrible, but we'll give it a go. It's a proper whatchamacallit, isn't it? Really, it's a proper WWE team, isn't it? Really, where they just picked they picked two people with the same nationality and gone, well, you know what, they could be a tag team. No problem, New Generation. I'll be uploading these onto YouTube hopefully tonight anyway, so if you missed anything, you'll be able to watch them on demand tomorrow. TJ Bree bringing Manic back up, dropping him. Yeah, Cesaro, and I mean, don't get me wrong, that is a bit of a dream team, but at the same time, I'm not quite sure if it works well as a team, to be honest, but I'd much rather see Cesaro versus Nakamura, to be honest. That has the makings for something special. I forgot that Cassius Ohno is a free agent now as well, isn't he? See, I wouldn't be against AEW picking up Cassius Ohno as a wrestler / trainer. I think he'd be fantastic in the wrestling school. The amount of experience he's got. But I dare say a lot of companies will be looking to pick him up. Impact will probably look at picking him up as well. For that same reason. Because that experience and training he's got. I believe he has been training with WWE, hasn't he? For a while now. He's been doing training. And Lance Storm's a free agent now as well, isn't he? Was it rained outside? Is that why you're in there? Oh, okay, no, that's why you're asleep on the sofa. That makes sense. Well, here she goes.
I'm having trouble connecting to the internet. Take a look at the help section in your Alexa app.
Nobody asked you to speak. Why are you getting involved in this? She's so mouthy. Sabin with a pin on Manic. TJP able to break it up. Of course, at the moment, the current X Division champion is Chris Sabin's tag team partner, Alex Shelley. And I'm sure Sabin will be loving to get himself in an opportunity to face off against his tag team partner. Of course, it was Sabin versus Shelley for the championship originally, to be honest. Nice spinning heel kick. Punch in the face. Manic now looking to head up top. What's he going to go for? What's he waiting for? Nice drop kick on Sabin. Now looking to work over TJP. TJP has the leg hooked. Oh, wow, drop. That's a real vicious move, that. Just wrenching the knee. And now TJP looking for... Okay, that's a combination, that. That's almost like an Indian deathlock mixed with a clover leaf. That sounds like a good shout, actually, Jay. I'd like to do that at some point, yeah. One thing, I mean... I know I've not really been the biggest advocate of Impact this week because I was a little bit disappointed with Slammiversary. But one other thing I've been very disappointed in this week was the fact that, well, Motor City Machine Guns won the Tag Team Championships. I have no problem with that whatsoever. The problem I have is that the North's championship run came to an end via a cheeky roll-up. Which really, it's like, if you're going to have a big title change like that after someone's been a champion for so long, at least make it an interesting and like good finish. A cheeky roll-up is boring. That's not good, but TJP gets a win here. TJP. Manic down. Well, you know what, Jay? What do you think, Jay Wright? Could that have been the #1 contendership for the championship? What do you think? Would we make TJP the #1 contender for the X Division Championship? Which means we can now do Motor City Machine Guns versus TJP and Fallah in a tag team match to build up for it. Or do you feel like we should have another match to have someone face off against TJP for the opportunity? It's sort of open at the moment, Jay, to be honest. Who we got? Let me go down the list. We've got Ace Austin, suppose can be involved. Alex Shelley's the champion. Austin Aries, if we wanted to throw stronger names in there. Chris Bay, Chris Sabin. I suppose CURT, HAWKINS, Desmond Xavier. Heath Slater would probably qualify, I suppose. Jay Lethal. Manic. Matt Jackson, Nick Jackson, I suppose. Rich Swan, Roderick Strong. TJP, Trey Miguel. Zachary Wentz, Willie Mack. There's quite a few people involved. Of course, Xavier and Wentz are going to be in this match now, though. So they might qualify for the tag teams. There's a lot of options, isn't there, at the moment? Yeah, I must admit, I was very disappointed with the championship changeover with the Motor City Machine Guns, to be honest. I've got no problem with winning the belts. I just thought it was such a cheap finish for that. Yeah, no problem, Jay. We've still got 2 episodes left before the pay-per-view, so if we're going to do anything, it's got to be in the next 2 shows. And I think at the moment, so Tag Team Championship Tournament's underway, so that's fine. We need to have a look at potentially crowning a World Champion contender and an X Division Champion contender. What's up, Jamie? But I'm quite enjoying Impact at the moment, to be honest. Our roster's pretty good. Of course, the Bucks are working both shows. As our Motor City Machine Guns are on New Japan's roster as well, by the way. Which I don't know if that's completely correct, because I'm not 100% sure that Saban worked there too often. It was more Alex Shelley and Kushida, wasn't it? But it is what it is. Wentz dropping a knee right in the face of Nick Jackson. Matt with a forearm now taking Desmond Xavier into the backbreaker. Trey versus Swan versus... I mean, what match did we do last week? We did a match, let's say last episode. Last episode, Jay, just to give you full information. Last episode, of course, we did the Fatal 4-Way Elimination, didn't we? Between Chris Bay, Willie Mack, Ace Austin and Trey. I mean, technically that would be in the X Division Championship division, wouldn't it, really? So at the moment, we've had TJP win the big triple threat tonight, and we've had Ace Austin win the Fatal 4-Way in the previous show. I mean, we could do a Fatal 4-Way elimination at the pay-per-view for the X Division, and have Ace Austin, TJP in there. Then maybe crown one more person in there. We've got 4 more matches left in this show / stream. We've got this one. We have got Austin Aries versus Bobby Roode, James Storm, Karrion Kross, and Drew McIntyre. And then we've also got our main event EC3 versus the world-class maniac Eric Young. Is Rich Swan and Willie Mack a tag team as well? I wasn't sure about that. I don't think... Did I put them down? I think I did put them down as a tag team, just in case. I think they mentioned it at some point, didn't they? In the Slammiversary, they were a tag team. Yeah, okay. Big elbow, not elbow, knee in the guts. No problem, Jamie. Say the video's a bit uploaded on YouTube tomorrow anyway. You know, it'd be interesting at some point, Jay. I mean, if the Bucks win this match, we could do a little bit of Dario Cueto's Devil's Advocate play. And maybe have a triple threat in the Rascals. Wentz versus Xavier versus Trey. I mean, that's a possibility. It's a good shout. Matt Jackson up on the top, catches a knee in the face. I mean, I'm not a big fan of team. I don't mind teams going against each other, but I wouldn't want to split any teams up at this point. So it would literally just be a bit of Devil's Advocate, you know, for a unique opportunity. Oh, Dez now wrenching the arm. Boom. Dropping Nick Jackson face first. Nick's back up, big shoulder block, taking Dez down. Of course, this is the final place in the semi-finals. At the moment, we know we're going to have the Hardys against the winners of this match. The other semi-final, of course, as we found out in the last episode, is LAX versus the Good Brothers. Nice takedown. Nick Jackson now stalking. Oh, Dez. Desi boy takes a strike right in the face. Nick Jackson now into the 450 splash. Oh, nice cutter there by Zachary Wentz on Matt Jackson, then a backstabber on Nick as well. This has been a very good high-octane match so far. Very good high-octane. Oh, thank you, by the way, to Kingslayer 7607. I don't know why it's not come up to say you remember, but thank you very much for following the channel. I don't know why that hasn't come up. I don't know if you're actually around, Kingslayer, still, or if you've left, but thank you very much for joining us. Oh, Dez now stalking. Yeah, we can do, Jay. Put that in for next episode, and the winner of that one can join TJP and... I still can't get my head around whether it's Ace Austin or Austin Ace. It's one of the two. I don't know why I'm struggling so much with that name. It's one of the two. I know it is. It's Ace Austin. Yeah, that sounds better. Stone Cold Ace Austin. Nice corkscrew there by Dez. Matt Jackson got the knee in the face. And wow, a crossface locked in there by Wentz on Matt Jackson. At the moment, Jay, we've not got anything penned in for the World Championship. I mean, last episode we had... Well, Bobby Roode got to win the triple threat against Jay Lethal and Eric Young. Lashley beat Moose. Kurt Angle beat AJ Styles. Tonight we've got EC3 versus Eric Young. We've got Bobby Roode versus Austin Aries and James Storm, Killer Cruz, or Killer Cross even, and Drew McIntyre. So maybe at the end of the show, we might have some idea who's looking good in the rankings. Why they didn't come up then? Maybe it's because I've not got the overlay load. That's why, isn't it? I've not got the overlay load up because I didn't know if it looked a bit iffy when we did the when we uploaded these onto YouTube. Nice super kick. Wow. Big super kick there by Matt Jackson. Joe's the current champion, I believe. If that gives us any ideas. There's the pin. Oh, it's only a 2 count. Wow. It's been a cracking match so far between these two. Really good match. Reverse Rana. Poison Rana, that is, of course, by Zachary Wentz on Matt Jackson. Nick Jackson now catching Wentz with the German. The Germans. Dez now dropping a backdrop on Nick Jackson. And Dez in firm control of this match at this point in time. Boot in the gut. Now up he goes into a powerbomb position. So drop him Snake Eyes though, rather than go for the powerbomb. Not at the moment, Jay. I believe they're just waiting it out at the moment, aren't they? They're just waiting out the virus. I believe they're not getting rid of anybody and they're going to go back to normal production, but we'll have to wait and see on that one, when that's going to be. I don't know what the rules are in this country, whether they're actually allowed to do it yet or not. I mean, they've only just opened... They opened gyms this week? So we've been a bit more limited, haven't we? As, wow, the Rascals get the win. Big win for the Rascals, that one. Huge win for the Rascals. They knock the Bucks out of the Tag Team Championship Tournament. The Rascals get themselves a all-important ranking point. And the Bucks drop down. Which means we're also going to see a point for Zachary Wentz. A point for old Desi Boy. We're going to see a minus for Matt Jackson and Nick Jackson. Not the best of nights tonight, have they, the old Bucks? There we go. Great win for them. And like I said, they will be going on now to face off against the Hardys on our next show. To fight for those tag team champion... Well, to fight for a place in the tag team championship match at the finale of season 3. Bobby Roode vs Austin Aries is the next matchup. So last week, last week Austin Aries didn't wrestle. Last week, Bobby Roode beat Eric Young and Jay Lethal in a triple threat. You'd feel like if Bobby won here, he would have to be somebody in the prime position to go for the championship, wouldn't you, really? I mean, look at the season rankings at the moment. Bobby Roode does sit top. So yeah, this should be interesting. I mean, if Aries wins here, that could really ruin Bobby's opportunity. Swan, Mac, Bay, Miguel, yep. Put that in for next episode, yeah. So Swan, Bay, Mac, Trey. Oh, nice little rhyming action going on there. I need to change that. I need to put this ranking the same as the other ones, don't I, really? To join X Division Champ match. There we go. Okay, so we've got 3 matches sorted for the next episode already. So we know we're putting Ace Austin and TJP in with this one then. I mean, I know it might be a risk, right? I know it might be a risk. But could we possibly do the X Division in a ladder match? Sort of like Ultimate X style. But obviously Ultimate X doesn't exist on this game, so ladder's the best we can do. But whether that's a plan, I'm not sure. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, ladder. I know the game's a bit rough on ladder matches, isn't it? But 4-way could work nicely. Let's give it a go, why not? It'll make or break it, won't it? It's a pretty good match at the moment. Alex Shelley, Ace Austin, TJP. Add that one other person, it's going to be a really good match. I mean, if Trey gets the opportunity and the Rascals get the win in their match, then it could be a great night for the Rascals fighting for the X Division and the Tag Team Championships at the finale pay-per-view. So Bobby Roode knows how important this match is for him now. Like I said, winning that triple threat in the previous episode, a win here would definitely put him in the championship picture you would expect. Or at least the #1 contendership picture. But again, it's a very strong roster here on Impact. Lots of people fighting for lots of things. Bobby Roode here taunting away while Austin Aries is grounded on the outside. Wow. Well, okay. I said that Bobby could do with a win no matter what. I didn't think he was going to get quite so cheeky with it, but he's got the win. That's the main thing. It wasn't exactly the best match to watch in the world, was it? But hey-ho. He's not going to mind about that as long as he's got himself the ranking points. So I think that's probably going to put Bobby Roode in #1 contendership position. And maybe a #1 contendership match. We've still got 2 big matches left tonight. Including our next triple threat, which is going to be a huge one, actually. This triple threat is going to be very, very good. Let's get straight into it. No, the annoying thing is, Jay, because I've just I've been doing some thinking today about streaming and videos and that sort of stuff, and I want to do Final Fantasy VII, but I want to upload like certain parts of the game, not the whole game. So I want to upload the boss battles and where to find the hidden materia and where to get like the best weapons. But I've realised because of that, I'm gonna have to restart the game. So. Well, I don't mind. I've really enjoyed it so far, and I think now that I know roughly what I'm doing, I think it'd be pretty good. Good evening, Dennis. Possibly, Jay. I think Bobby Roode should get something, maybe. Because of the points that he's got so far. Bobby Roode's currently top of the rankings. He should be due something. Could do. I think if we wait and see what happens on these last 2, because I think the winner of this one's going to get onto +2 as well. I mean, like you said, we'll wait and see what happens at the end of this show, and then we'll have a look at the rankings and put it together. But I think you might be right with that one. It could be a good match. I've just been trying to give a few people an opportunity that have not wrestled yet. Oh, God, my leg's gone numb. My leg's gone numb. Because I sat on it. So James Storm, Drew McIntyre, and Karrion Kross, or Killer Kross, or Killer... Was he not Killer Kross, or was he Killer Kross? I've always had Kross in my head for some reason. I'm not quite sure why. I'm sure it's Kross, but... I've always had Kross stuck in my head for some reason. Kross now with it belly to belly. It's not a bad shout, Jay. I think it's definitely something you could probably do. I don't know if it might be worth... I think it's the trouble is if they get voted back on, isn't it? But I was going to say it might be worth having a whole month to do some sort of tournament with it, but... And we could do it this month, but we've left ourselves a bit short of time now, haven't we? That's the only problem. But it depends if they get voted back on or not, doesn't it? I suppose we could just do like some sort of crazy invitational match, or maybe we could drop the ladder match off of drop the ladder match away from the X Division match and just make an invitational ladder match to crown the first television champion. Something like that, maybe. Wow. McIntyre just powerbombed Cruz over the top. Poor old Tony Cruz. Wow. Baseball bat there by McIntyre. Of course, remember, triple threats are no disqualification. Thank you very much to Youngblood617 for being a follower of the channel. We did well tonight. Had 3 new followers today. Who knows? We might get up to 50 followers in the end overall. You never know. Kingslayer and Youngblood, are you still there? Are you from our YouTube channel? Or are you fresh Twitch people? Oh. Oh. So I've just opened my can of beer and it's just sprayed all over my face. I just got finished on. Oh. That hurt me, Neil. There we go. Got my beer open, that's the main thing. Yeah, we can do 6-pack challenge limit. One thing that was suggested as well, Jay, is if we did some sort of feast or fired. Where we had like an 8-man elimination match. And we had 8 like rewards / punishments. And effectively we'd put them all in a hat, and then for each elimination I would pull one of the things out of the hat, and then the winner or the eliminator would get that reward or punishment. Which I thought was quite a good idea actually, so we might do something on them sort of lines. I do like the idea. I just wonder whether we should wait until we've got a full month and do a full tournament for it, because I think that would be really good. That's belly to belly by Cross on the outside. Yeah, I think a full tournament would be pretty cool for it, but so we could do it. I think the Feast or Fired's a good idea there as well. I think I think it might have been New Generation's ideas for the Feast or Fired. So that was pretty cool. The Feast or Fired, Jay, we'd do like an 8-man elimination match. And then we'd have 8 like rewards or punishments. So like opportunity at Tag Team Championship, opportunity at X Division Championship, opportunity at World Championship, like, I don't know, +5 ranking points, -5 ranking points, all that sort of stuff. And then we put all those in a hat. Then we do all of the match, and then based on who got what number elimination, we'd pull some out of the hat to say what punishment / what reward they were going to get for that. So like I say, you could pull out the hat, and the first elimination could be -5 ranking points. The second one could be like +5 ranking points. The third could be a shot at the World Championship, and it made things a little bit interesting. Yeah. Yeah, so we do it like that. Yeah, we do it like that, Jay. We'll do like the Feast or Fight, but we'd add some of our own things in there as well. I'm not sure if you want to do the fired one, though. That's the only thing, because if someone gets fired, that means we've got to take them off the roster completely. Which I don't mind, but we could end up losing somebody really good off the roster. So that might be a problem. Maybe we just have like the worst thing could be like -10 ranking points or something like that, and then they've got to work their way up from the bottom again. But that'd be pretty good for the pay-per-view. Nice Boston Crab locked in there by McIntyre. Yeah, we're still going New Generation. New Generation, was it you who suggested the Fatal Fortune? Maybe might be a better idea, actually, because I don't like the idea of having the word fired in it. Yeah, Fatal Fortune could be a better idea then, maybe. We're doing an 8-man elimination. Put some rewards or punishments in a hat. And then we'll see what they all get. Which will make things very interesting moving forward. We could end up with some really weird stuff going on the next month, though. Couldn't be really an Impact, but that's all the fun of it, I suppose, isn't it? I mean, I don't know. I was going to say I got a funny feeling that Impact might get a second season, but to be honest, we saw such a strong showing tonight from New Japan that I'm not 100% sure that Impact is going to be able to sort of follow that at this point. New Japan did have a good one, but then again, as we've seen previously, the votes are a bit random on it when it comes to this. I mean, do you reckon, can I do a poll in Discord? I can do a poll in Discord, can't I? I can do it cheeky way. Can I, I can do it a certain way, can't I? But, yeah, I'm pretty sure I can. Well, what I can do is I can do it, and you just have to select an emoji underneath. So maybe we do the votes on Discord instead, because obviously the guys on Discord are the ones actually in the streams and that, aren't they? The ones that are actually paying attention to what's going on. I don't know. McIntyre up top. Gets down. Probably wise. It's a bit risky being a big man that high up, isn't it, really? James Storm spinning, cross around Storm now into the Russian leg sweep. Yeah, I think the Fatal Fortune match is a good shout, I think. I haven't seen that, no, Jay. I saw you linked it on Discord. I'll have to watch it at some point. I haven't seen it yet. Pinned by James Storm, and James Storm gets the win. Okay. Okay. That's going to put James Storm up onto a +2 in the rankings now. With Drew McIntyre and Karrion Kross both losing one. Or Killer Kroos or Killer Kross, whatever his name is. Which does mean, if you look at the rankings now, that the top 2 in the rankings are Bobby Roode and James Storm. Which is an interesting concept. A big, big win here for James Storm. I think the thing is for these two is with Bobby Roode and James Storm both top of the rankings, you'd have to push them for a tag team match as well at some point, wouldn't you? With one more match left tonight. One more match. Where's my kitty gone now? Oh, she's gone. She's disappeared. Oh, kitty's disappeared. Ooh. I nearly knocked my can over. Right, main event time then. EC3 versus the world-class Freak? Nope. Maniac, that was it, wasn't it? I think so. Oh, Pokemon Go's going mad this week then, are they? Here we go then. See, Eric Young's gone crazy with this massive back tattoo he's got now as well. Okay, well, there's lots of stuff to do there. Big old Pokemon Go going mad. Insults everywhere. He's very good as the MJF. He's a very classic heel as well. That's what I like about him. I think that's what AEW, because the AEW are an up-to-date company, but they really like to play homage to some old-school wrestling styles. Like the finale of Fyter Fest. No, not Fyter Fest. Fight for the Fallen. Where we saw Taz throwing the towel. That was actually a very, very good finish. I mean, it took me a bit by surprise at the beginning, but it was very, very good. I don't know, to be honest, Jay. I mean, I've seen him on... Have you seen his episode of A Shot of Brandy? I mean, he still plays a decent heel in that, but he's a lot more likeable, if that makes sense. I think he plays the character very well. He's a proper old-school wrestler where he does play the character constantly. Like, if you see him in an airport, he does play that character still, which I think is very cool. I mean, there's a possibility he gets a buzz off of it, you know. Gets a buzz off of just being a bit of a dick. Pin here by EY. Only a 1 count. Pin once again by EY, not enough. EC3, big boot in the gut, and then another thing that disappointed me again. I don't want to keep bashing Impact because they're very small, minor things, but the way that Motor City Machine Guns won the belts were disappointing to me. But also, EC3, they've hyped him up so much, and he came in and hit his brand new finisher maneuver, which is a reverse DDT, which again is a very basic move, isn't it? Really, I was a bit I preferred his old headlock drive. I quite like that, to be honest. 1%. EC3 now stalking EY from the corner. Big knee strike. Up on the shoulders. Drops him into the neckbreaker cutter combination. There's the pin in the press-up position. Will it be enough? No. It is not. Yeah, he's very good, Jay. Very, very good. Fantastic on the mic. And in the ring, I mean, he's not the most agile. He's not the most athletic, but he's a very good storyteller, which does make him very, very good in the ring. EC3 now taking EY up, dropping him gut first across the mid-rope. Oh, hello. It's Roderick Strong. Okay. This has got nothing to do with me, I will point out. I've not set this up at all, so... EY rolling EC3 up after the distraction by Roderick Strong. Will it be enough? No. EC3 able to break free. EY now taking EC3 up on the shoulder. Drops him in that Death Valley driver. Will that be enough? If it is, then EY has got to really thank Roderick Strong for the interference, but it's not enough. We continue on. Nice takedown by EC3. Brings EY back up. But EY catches him with the arm breaker, now rolls him through. Big elbow in the face by EC3 on EY. EY now taking him down. That could be game, set, match. There's the pin. 1, 2, 3. EC3 with a win. But do we play on the Roderick Strong aspect, or do we not bother with it? That's the question. Do we want to pursue a Roderick Strong EC3 feud, or do we just ignore what happened? Yeah, it looks like it, Jay. Yeah, yeah, some of the feuds are a bit... I mean, I would have gone with EC3 versus Eddie Edwards, to be honest. I mean, he's the one that everyone's been hyping to come back. To put him in a feud against Moose is a bit of a letdown once again for me, to be honest. I feel like it should be a bit higher up the card. Roderick Strong attacks. No, Roderick Strong distracts. EC3. So we'll put down that Roderick Strong distracted EC3 and we'll see if we want to build upon that. I mean, it's a possibility. I think the Feast or Fired, or whatever you called it earlier, Jay, is definitely something we should do, though. Fatal Fortune. I mean, it gives us a great chance to put 8 more people on the card that are not going to get booked elsewhere, so maybe that's something we could definitely do. Let's put it in. Let's put it in. I don't know when we're going to announce it. We'll do it after the show, I think. Fate or Fortune. I'm stealing your idea, Jay. I've stole it. I've stolen. Deal with it. Okay, that's in. So, that is the end of Impact Wrestling. The end of the show. The end of the stream. I hope you have enjoyed. Of course, like I said, I'll be uploading these videos on to YouTube. I'm going to quickly get them into the editing program now and hopefully get them edited before I go to bed so they can be uploaded overnight. Yeah, I think they should definitely build an EC3 up now. I mean, he's got so much hype going into the company, I'm surprised they're not just throwing him straight into the main event picture. I mean, EC3 and Moose... EY and Moose could have feuded because they're both a bit tapped in the head. EC3 going after Eddie Edwards to the champ. I don't know why they didn't just put EC3 in the Slammiversary main event, to be honest. That would have been better for me, but there you go. Anyway, I'm going to love you and leave you because I'm going to get these edited and up onto YouTube tonight. I hope you all enjoyed. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for our new followers as well. We gained 3 new followers today, which is fantastic. Yeah, I love you all. Good night. Goodbye.